Wonderful.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you guys for joining us today for our Comcast Digital Dialogue Series 2. Okay, Miss Sharon Wilkes, you go right ahead, Miss Sharon. Thank you.
All right. I see first step out. It is our series 3. I left my little type area there. I want to stay in series 2. I've enjoyed the series with everyone that I guess I want to stay another week. But we're actually in our final series with me. Yes, we have our final series. It's been exciting. The South Fulton Chamber has been awesome. It's been great working with them and bringing Comcast there and how we can work together and just talk about digitally, dialogue about how we can interact in this new norm that we're in, a new norm where most everyone is working from home. They're in a work from home environment, and we want to get some key thinking and key thoughts about how we can work with that and be successful. This last series here, the keys to a winning mindset in the middle of a pandemic. Our agenda and our outline, first we want to talk about having an effective growth mindset. Within an effective growth mindset, we want to focus in on building on our character, our transformation, and our digital experience. Growth mindset, of course, having an effective growth mindset, we want to focus and think about how do we get from where we were yesterday and before the pandemic to how we can move forward. Growth mindset, focusing on having a mind or having the ability to think about how I can move forward without seeing if there is anything going forward. There is no vision. So you have to visualize yourself in being able to get from where you are now, and how do we get there? And first thing we want to talk about that comes from building up our character. And within this digital world and within this pandemic that we've got, 3 things I think that's important to know is that the impact. How has it impacted you personally? The last 2 series, we talked about how the businesses were impacted. We've talked about what can we do for our businesses. We've talked about how we can make the change, easily transition over to the work from home environment, the digital environment, out of the old traditional way. But now, this last series, how does it impact you? So sometimes you have to take a self-evaluation. I like this quote here from Fred DeVito, amen. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And we all know that the impact of what we're going, I mean, that's worth to think, that's something to think about, because we're in a world where everyone thinks even if I've got technology, it's going to be so simple and fast, it's going to go, I want it now, and things are going to happen. But it has to challenge you for you to be able to see that change. And in this environment now, how has that impacted you? You first have to identify the impact. The impact is that there's a change. I can't do business the same as I've always done it. Time to evaluate where are we going. Even coming out of this environment, what's next, right? And empowerment, empowering others, empowering your business, empowering your customers, empowering those that are around you is a key factor, because we've been traditionally, a lot of our leaders, a lot of our companies, a lot of us, we've always been hands-on. And believe it or not, there are still a lot of people that feel if they don't let go, that it won't get done. But we've got to, this environment of this pandemic has now put us in a position where we have to empower others to be able to do some things beyond what we are capable of doing. So if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. I am a big Dale Carnegie fan. I'm a big Dale Carnegie. I took Dale Carnegie class many years back, and it impacted my life. It impacted how I think. And one of the things, and my best quote from Dale Carnegie is, if you act enthusiastic, you'll be enthusiastic. And I try to utilize that in every environment. My team that I manage somewhat, and goes beyond my team. A lot of people ask, where do you get all that energy from? Because I'm always presenting myself with a lot of energy. And in my mind, with a growth mindset, and if something hasn't challenged me, I feel like I haven't gotten where I need to be. So if you act enthusiastic, I feel like even in this pandemic environment, if I can see that I'm going to get beyond it, then I can interact in it. I can have an impact in it if I can write down my vision and see where I need to go. What can I control? What's in the realm of me controlling that? Then I can see myself going forward. So I'm enthused about it. It is a change. It is a territory that we have never been in. When you think about how many people have been impacted in this one situation, it was almost like from night to day, the world, things changed. And a lot of us like to be in the environment where we prepare for it. We've been taught, the old saying is that prior planning prevents poor performance. Well, we didn't plan for this in the manner that we wanted to plan. But when you go back and look at the impact of it, if you set up your parameters, you set up your proper procedures, you set up your business plan where it's a plan that's set up for success and not for failure, then you will do exactly what step one has here: develop success from your failures, right? So in the midst of this pandemic, so you don't have the proper equipment set up. Everyone's not set up. We found that out in our school systems where the big rush to get everyone in the environment of doing digital schooling is not working for every district. It is not working for every county. They weren't set up for this. So it's an opportunity in the midst of this pandemic to take and identify what is it that would make me success within the midst of any storm, right? So discouragement and failures. I like this screen here. I like how the person is in between the two rocks, right? So you're in between where you've got to make some decisions, right? If I don't jump fast enough and if I don't get there fast enough, I'm going to fail, right? I'm not going to get to the next level that I need to be in. And in the midst of it, what I can see, right, the second here is that discouragement and failure is there are a lot of dotted lines there, right? You got to close that gap. How do I close that gap? I've got to be able to see beyond what others don't see. Why? Because I'm the leader. I am a leader, and it's time for me to identify what my leadership skills are, right? In the midst of this pandemic, okay, you have to sometimes take a step back and just breathe. And it's okay to do that. And when we identify and when we can come together within ourselves to say, it's okay to say, I don't know. So how do we respond? How do we act? How do we deal with it? If I don't know, let me write down all the things that I don't know about, right? And then I can come to the part where I can figure out what do I need, where our two, discouragement and failure, are the two of the surest rest. These are also from Dale Carnegie's, so I might give that all back to Dale Carnegie, are two of the surest and stepping stone to the road to success. So if I don't know and I've identified everything, my impact of what's gonna, this has affected me on, then you've got people such as business, such as the chamber that's here. You have Comcast of all, Comcast businesses here. And what have we done? What are we doing to help you get there during this pandemic, right? We like to say beyond fast. So if you're in a business where you are supplying others with whatever, maybe it's technology, maybe it's supplies of what your business offers, you want to be able to have an impact on your customer experience. whomever you come in dealings with, whatever your business is offering, you want to be able to impact others, right? And two things you can do it. You can impact them positively, or you can do it in a negative manner, right? And we all know what negative do for us when our business gets out there with a negative shadow over it. So we want to be beyond that. And what Comcast has done, right, we want to make it easily. And I'm using this as leverage to let you know that whatever you're doing with the customer, you have to improve it and you have to simplify it. In this pandemic, things have to be simplified. Why? Because knowledge is powerful, but everyone can't attain all the same knowledge that you have. They don't receive it well. We talked about last week, talk about something that people can connect to, right? If you're going to talk about digital, all right, well, maybe digital is not the word that help them to simplify what we're talking about, then it's a virtual meeting, okay? Go a little bit deeper. Well, you talk about I need to have it on, I need to have this mobile app. Well, everyone can't connect with mobile app because as we've come across many of our customers, there are customers that they have the devices, but they don't use them, right? And that's what we're running up against right now. That's why technology is so important, that we have the right people in place to be able to help you get through your situation, because many of us know that upper management know the process, but they may not have their hands on, they may not be right there to actually do the actual task for you. So it's almost like I've got an iPhone. It doesn't mean because I have an iPhone, I know how to work an Android phone. Those are two different things. And it doesn't mean that just because you put a phone in someone's hand, they know how to use it, right? The simple task is even just doing a dial in with a teleconference number. People still mess that up, right? Because they don't know the difference between an access code and a phone number. They all look the same. So how are we impacting it? Impacted by simplifying the process. So if you're a Comcast user, we've simplified our process, right? We made everything mobile. We improved it by easy installations. We send you a welcome kit. We simplified our billing, and we're listening more. That's the key. Communication will break down anyone's business, right? Because you can't understand it. So in our communication, what we're doing in this pandemic moment, we're listening to what our customers actually need. Can't give them too much, but what do you need to help you sustain? So if your internet's not working, things are not working forward for you, let's show you how. I can't be there because we have to do it all digital. Well, everyone don't want to be on camera, so we're going to empower you to have your business on the go. Your phones are on the go. Call forward is on the go. Everything's on the device that you need, and we'll walk you through it, and we'll give you step by step on how to make it happen. So you've got to identify what's impacting your business. A customer experience. What's a customer experience when you lose service? Well, it's almost like now, when I go into the grocery store, I'm only going for pertinent things. There are certain things that I'm looking for. I know exactly which aisle it should be under, but it's not there. It's out of stock. So how do you respond when you're in the midst of this pandemic and things that you need are not there? The people that you need to do the job are unavailable to come. How do you respond? You go back to where you identify your needs, identify the necessary thing that's going to make you operate, and then you narrow it down as to what you can do. Who are your resources, right? Who are the ones that's going to help you develop that digital experience? Because in the world of Comcast, delivering a digital experience, it matters that we get you done right. So we're going to walk you through as our customers. We take you through the simplified method. We help you get registered online. We'll assist you with the services, and we do our best to get you connected. So we take out we've now narrowed down the things as far as people contact. We've narrowed down the things, products that we can and can't install. We've narrowed down the things that we can and can't do in this pandemic mode, right? So you assure the businesses and your customers that you can still provide what they're looking for. You just have a different manner in doing it. This is a product here, and I want to talk about it because even in our marketing areas, right? Marketing, being able to expand how we do business and what we're doing different, it matters. Most of the companies now, restaurants now are doing online, right? They're doing advertisement and everything's digital, right? And what we have as a product here may have never been looked at before this pandemic came aboard, right? May have never been looked at. How do we, you never saw the need for it. You never saw the need to be able to have fast Wi-Fi speed or have a promotional tool right in the midst of a product that you're already using. You may not have ever had the need for it. Now is the time where you can evaluate, how do I take my current business and move to an area and have the product that's going to help me be successful? And what we have here is a product that may or may not have been talked about a lot, but it's called our Wi-Fi Pro product, right? So Wi-Fi Pro, and we see the need that we can promote and talk about this with our customers, because what the customers are needing to do now is that if you can't get out to the large marketing teams and market your business the way some of the larger corporations are doing, then you can take it as a small business owner and allow Comcast Wi-Fi Pro to be able to market the business for you. All the analytics are there. We've got it built into our tool where you can have easy controls of the features, allocate your network out as you're using it. As someone, I like to do it like this. This is my good example I like to talk about, because if you're a pizza owner, a restaurant, a small business, you're wondering, how can I market my business now when people don't see me open? How do they go online and order my product, right? Maybe the actual building is closed and it's not a restaurant. There are other products that you deliver. How do I go out and market my products, right? So we customize, we give you a customized splash page, a landing page, where you can go in and customize that page, allow you to brand yourself, right? We talked about in our first series, the most important thing you can do is brand your business, right? Brand yourself. So we'll allow you to do that within this, our Wi-Fi Pro page here. And I'll give you an example of this. When I normally go into a Starbucks and when I sign on to that, or when I go into a hotel and we check in for business meetings, but you want to use their internet, right? Their page come up. That's what our splash page is. So you get a chance to customize your very own business. So as your internet is operating, people that are drive-by and they're just walking through and they need to get on your network, before they access your network, they can actually see what your menu of the day is, because you've customized that. Allow Comcast to market your business for you. So that gives you, we have where you can do the content filtering. You manage it. You're in control. But this one product here is a product that Comcast gives, where we work with you. We don't give it as part of the package here, where you can do your analytics, such as like storefront conversions. Provide a comparison of the people that are coming there. Who are you targeting, right? Because that's one thing you want to look at in this, during this pandemic. Who's buying my product? Am I targeting the elderly? Am I targeting the youth? Who's buying my product? But brand yourself and who's using it. And your brand of loyalty would track the news versus repeat customers and repeat using frequencies. So you get a chance to look at all the demographic and all of the traffic that's coming on your network. That is a good product to use. With all that said, and I know it's lunch, some of you may have to eat fast. But we didn't come to stay long. We came to give you just a few nuggets that's going to help you along the way, because even in the midst of this, you need to have a winning mindset that you will be able to sustain it. You will be able to stand, engage others, engage your customers, engage the necessary people to have a winning mindset, that whatever we're going to, another quote from Dale Carnegie, remember today is a tomorrow you worried about yesterday. We can succeed. We have what it takes to be successful. And when you get that winning mindset, where I was yesterday doesn't matter. Today's a new day, because I've conquered yesterday because I'm here today. I'm going to open this up for, give us a time for questioning so that you can ask, and for this last series to be able to allow you time to say anything you're looking for and how we can help. What are we here for as Comcast Business in South Fulton Chambers? What are we here for?
That was amazing, Sharon. Look, I really want to be able to get that, and I want to do just a little blast just on that one you were talking about. I'm going to blast this whole video, but recording. But that the flyer that you had about, you know, having Wi-Fi Pro, you know, allow Comcast to market your business on the go. And I wrote that down. And
yes.
Just having that is just it's just amazing all by itself. I love all that you talked about with that. And also I love today, you know, as we started off, I call it Winning Wednesday. And then just when you said engage with a winning mindset. So yeah, so we just open up the floor, guys, with any questions that you may have. I just wanted to point those two things out because, you know, I'm like, I just love it. It's good, good stuff. So
well, it's an essential business. It's essential. Wi-Fi is essential now. It is your essential business. Remember, it never got shut down. We're essential.
Right. And it's amazing how just a couple of years ago, in the program we did, we had a computer class going on, and then we partnered with this other organization, and the stats that they were giving us was how many people didn't think that, still how many people don't think that having a computer or technology was important. But now they got an opportunity to see just how important it is.
It is. And to be prepared for that before something hit you, it's good, because the main thing is that now that we're here, right? We're all here. Without a doubt, we're here. And we can't focus on yesterday, as the quote said, yesterday's gone now. If we didn't have what we need then that made a success, how do we get there and make sure that we are able to sustain that?
Right.
During any time.
Right. So we have a couple of people on. Anybody have any questions or any comments? Your phone is on mute, or if you're on your computer.
Hey, Sharon.
Hello.
Hey, this is Merlin. So again, a great job, great presentation, and truly the internet has changed what we're doing, or should I say this virus has changed how we will operate going forward. But for those of us who have been Wi-Fi for a long time, it's good to see the others and now getting the understanding as to why we are Wi-Fi and are mobile. So again, great wording, and Dale Carnegie does give some words of wisdom and nuggets that you can live by, and it's common sense, or as they say, it's common sense, or things that we already know, but just getting reinforced.
Right, great. Thank you, Merlin.